It's been talked about so much, the NFL schedule release, and whether you're polarized on the side that, yes, the schedule is out, the NFL schedule, here we go, know exactly who our favorite teams are playing, or on the other side, like, we already know who we're playing, like, telling us when it is, don't really care. There are two complete opposite different sides of this. Other sports do not at all get why it is such a big deal, but today we are going to go over why the NFL schedule release is so important to the league, and not just that, it is important to the fans as well. I'm going to give you a prime example. I'm an Ohio State diehard fan and Chicago Bears diehard fan. On November 1st, the Ohio State Buckeyes are playing Penn State in Columbus, Ohio. This is going to be a top 5 game of the college football season. Well, guess what? The next day on that Sunday, the Chicago Bears are playing at the Cincinnati Bengals. That back-to-back stretch, those 2 days, there's potential trip for me to fly out there, go see the Chicago Bears play the Joe Burrow-led Cincinnati Bengals the day before, see Ohio State play Penn State, get on a car in between them on Saturday after the game, and go see it. The NFL schedule represents the entire rest of September through December, the rest of each year. Those are 4 months that we as fans are being able to mark on the schedule, see what's going to be ending up happening, and how we're going to be spending our time. For the diehard fans of football, we love the schedule release as we can start planning ahead. And that means it's able to feel all the more real. As fans, we're looking for every opportunity to have football year round. It is our favorite time of season, but it's only 5 months, September through January. It's only 5 months of the year. The other 7 months, we're basically waiting for football season to come back. Guys like me sitting in a chair are fascinated talking about the NFL draft, but in that period after the NFL draft, that couple of weeks is the toughest time of the season, because the months before the NFL draft, you can talk about prospects, dive into their film, talk about what teams they might go to, what are the needs of specific franchises. Is it quarterback? Is it defense side of the ball? Offensive line? Playmakers on offense? But once the draft is over, like, what do you talk about? You just talked about all that lead up. You can break it down, but now it's, okay, the NFL schedule is out, and we are going to look ahead at what is going to be coming here around the corner in the next season. So the college football season starts in less than 100 days. The NFL season is not that far around the corner. So Thursday nights, Monday nights, Sunday nights, like, where are we going to be? What type of games are going to be available? If you're a fan of basketball, there's 6-7 games that are put on that schedule that you're going to be looking at. Ooh, the Lakers are playing the Warriors. Ooh, we've got the Phoenix Suns playing the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, that's going to be fun to pay attention to. If you're in hockey, maybe the Chicago Blackhawks playing the Los Angeles Kings, or the Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. And those are matchups that you're going to be looking at. Baseball, 162 games, like 1 or 2 series, like the Dodgers are playing the Yankees, the Dodgers playing the Padres. You're going to be paying attention to that. But the NFL, every single game is important. Every game matters. You cannot just show up for a game and be like, okay, oh, that game's not really important. You've got the Cleveland Browns and the Chiefs. The NFL, week to week, it doesn't matter how much you could be favored. These are NFL players, each of them. It's not like college where you can have that complete ridiculous level of disparity. So much of football comes down to the true X's and O's, the mentality of these players within franchises, and if they truly believe that they are in the right place. And then the coaching, if the coaches are putting these ultra talents in the right spot. Like, we're talking about a level where pretty much all the athletes are the same now. It's just a matter of how they are utilized in the specific systems, because they all used to be All-Americans, or first, second team, third team, all conference. They used to be the best player in their state in high school, used to be the best player on their middle school or their high school team or their Pop Warner team. All of them at some point or another have probably been the best player on the field out there. So the NFL is the ultimate equalizer, that every single week it does not matter who you play. So once we get to see the matchups, like Washington Commanders and Green Bay Packers, a rematch of last season. Two teams that made the playoffs. The historical ties between Washington and Green Bay there. Then the next week, you've got the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Fascinating around Tua Tagovailoa. Buffalo, after the heartbreaking end of their season, them being divisional opponents. Seattle, Arizona, San Francisco, and the Rams, the Eagles, and the Giants. All these Thursday night games, 4 weeks in a row, all of them being divisional matchup. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. The nature of each of these matchups, how it's just one game that day. The primetime matchups, it's just one game at that time where all these fans on a Monday or a Thursday night are glued to their television. The level of what the National Football League is for fans is far beyond what it is for those other sports, because every time you turn on that TV set, the ads are going to be all that more important because the games are so much more important. People are tuned in to just about every single play unless a game has gotten out of hand. Sunday night football is something that's coveted as a fan, that the whole day is sort of, all right, you got that 1 o'clock window, then the afternoon 4 o'clock window. It's all building towards what Sunday night is going to be. And when your team is in that slot, it's almost like a holiday. You know that all of America, 10 million plus people are going to be tuned in, probably somewhere around the high teens, 15, 16 million people or more are going to be watching your team. You can scroll through it on social media. It's going to be the main topic, or one of the main topics in America for the next couple of hours. The schedule is something that we look forward to, and once it's out, that means we can really start to break it all down. Like, we can't come up with predictions for what the games are, because when we don't know what they're played, or what network they're on, what time they are, all of these factors come into it. Like the Kansas City Chiefs, if they're playing on Thanksgiving and then they have a whole week to get ready to play on Christmas, that's a whole lot different than if they had 3 more days and they were able to play the following Sunday after that. If they're playing on a Sunday and they have to play on a Thursday, they're going to be not as fresh as they could be. The other team that they're playing is going to have a little bit of advantage. All of these little intricate details that go into it. For baseball, basketball, hockey, none of that really comes up. Each of the teams might have 2, 3, 4 days off at the max. You've got your all-star break. All that matters. You have all that. It's just such a mundane playing all of these games, whereas the NFL is 5 times more important each individual game than basketball. It's 10 times more important than each individual baseball game. And so you're hanging on the edge of your seat waiting to be seated. I sell season tickets to the Los Angeles Rams and the Chargers. I was able to sell my tickets the very night that the schedule came out. That's to give you an example of how excited people are to watch, or to immediately start thinking about the games, building their entire fall or their winter out of what is going to happen. So this is almost like a holiday type of day where it's like, all right, here we go. The NFL schedule is out, and now we can start to feel it again. So really, if you're not a huge fan of the NFL, I can understand why that you don't like it. But again, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense why you would be watching my channel when all I talk about is college football and the NFL and breaking all of that down. So if you've stayed to this point of the video, you are a huge fan of college or the National Football League, and you are here to get as much content as you can, and that is the exact type of person that I enjoy engaging with, understand. So let me know in the comments what games you're excited about for the season, like what games you thought could have been scheduled in different slots. That's one of the things about it, is people have debates about which games, like the Dallas Cowboys, should they be in this many primetime games, like getting 6, 7 primetime games, playing on Christmas, Thanksgiving? How does that continue to happen? The Detroit Lions, people love it. This is new blood getting 3 Sunday night games. They're getting Thursday night, two Monday night games, all over Christmas, Thanksgiving. People are all about it. So we can have actual true debates about the slots. The afternoon, you've got America's Game of the Week. You've got CBS's big window in the afternoon. So all of the different elements that go into it with the broadcasting just makes the fans closer to the sport, where you get a little bit to know the broadcasters. All right, if we're in the NFC, it's probably going to be Joe Buck, Troy Aikman is the way it used to be for Fox. Now are you going to be getting Joe Davis and Tom Brady, or excuse me, if you're getting Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady, you're getting Joe Davis doing a broadcast. So in the CBS side of that, are you getting Romo and Nance? Or are you getting Charles Davis and Eagles? So you have the different teams and you're able to track all of it. Just appreciate all of you for being fans just as much as I am. This coming out is always very much so looking forward to and coveted, because we can start to look at and begin to predict games as we look towards training camp and then preseason. All of that comes right around to it. So I appreciate you so much for watching this. Just really wanted to cover this topic because so many people talk negatively about it. But the National Football League is so big to the point where, yes, the schedule coming out is a massive deal, and it matters because you have the likes of the Ohio State Buckeyes national championship team. I'm a fan of Ohio State. Could be playing the same day or even at the same time, the day of the college football playoff on December 20th, when the Chicago Bears play the Green Bay Packers. What other sport is going to compete with the college football playoff at the same time? We'll throw some big matchups at the same time as those games, and we're going to work out just fine because it's Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles, the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Okay. As a fan, you are fascinated by that, and again, you just respect the league just doing exactly whatever it wants to do with these schedules. So I appreciate you again so much for watching. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe for more college football NFL content coming out in the future, and I will see you next time.